There were your top Democratic candidates for the White House last night, essentially blinking on the Black Lives Matter question, refusing to say that all lives matter. While kowtowing on this, Dems also pushing prison reform as a way to help blacks and Hispanic, which I think is pretty intriguing since it still means going to jail, except for a shorter period of time, or still breaking a law. None of these things break the poverty cycle. In fact, someone could actually buy a vote that, and it boggles my mind, so someone could actually buy a vote by promising higher minimum wage and shorter jail terms while feeding children watered-down education continues to baffle and infuriate me. The underlying issues never go away, and the facts only become worse with this kind of logic. This was my tweet, actually, on the Black Lives Matter question last night. Quote, I feel so bad for the ocean of black kids killed by their own brothers, yet all the focus on the movement that says police are the main problem, disingenuous. I like your thoughts in the meantime, and I'd like to also welcome my friend Juan Williams, the 5 co-host. He joins me now. Okay, Juan, I know you're very passionate about this as well. The Democrats blinked on it. I'm really surprised. What do you make of it all?
Well, it's politics. And let me just say, I was really taken with what you said, because I think you're right. But it's interesting, I don't think you had the political context. And obviously, they're up there talking to a Democratic audience, trying to win Democratic votes. At the moment, given that about 20% of the primary vote on the Democratic side is black Americans, they don't think they can risk alienating the Black Lives Movement. And they knew that they would have done that if they had said all lives matter, because all lives matter makes sense. But in the context of the moment, it means that you're undermining the Black Lives Movement and the question about police using excessive force.
Well, doesn't, though, the black-on-black crime undermine the Black Lives Movement? In of itself, think about this. Okay, listen, if there's a bad police officer, we all want that person to pay a heavy penalty.
Right.
We hold police officers on a pedestal. That's where they should be. When they slip off that pedestal, they should pay a heavy price for it.
Right.
But there's this thing with the whole movement, whenever there's an incident, all police become guilty, all police become racist. In the meantime, 25 people could be murdered this weekend in Chicago, and that's not part of the discussion.
I find it bizarre. So, I mean, I'm sorry to blow up your show, because I agree with you on this, and I've been writing this, and I feel this deeply in my heart. I wrote a book about this many years ago and took a lot of criticism. I understand that we are at a moment where people are very upset about the police activities. But you're right. It's on a daily basis. The carnage is black on black, typically young black male on young black male, and you don't hear the same outcry. Where's the civil rights movement on this issue? I'm not making any excuses for cops who break the law.
No, no one is. But here's the thing. The idea that you can buy my vote by promising me higher minimum wage is still minimum, maybe cutting my jail sentence short, or making, maybe making weed not a crime. None of those things change the underlying dynamics of why I might be poor in the first place. And none of it puts any accountability on me.
And none of it repairs the terrific damage that's been done to the black family in this country. I think this is pandering in a very direct way. It's just that in the politics of the moment, I understand what's going on.
I hear you, Juan. I tell you, but we got to get beyond this moment, and we got to live as a nation at one point. And I think this makes it worse, not better. Really appreciate it.